and welcome back to Com Prefecture, where our main fleet is just about now to get into the harbor area of Princess Ching. She's already firing at us, but we might actually have a chance at it. While this fleet is approaching now for the big baddies there, I also wanted to show here real quick how powerful one of the new ships is. So this guy here, he just took out 2 of my battle or my royal gallants here at once without taking too much serious damage. It was already down to half of the HP here because it really went down like this. So these ships are really powerful at the moment, and I just hope that we can get a proper fleet up here soon. But right now, of course, I want to actually go for the harbor area here. So there we have it. The siege has thus started on the Com Prefecture, but the second biggest island in the old world. And there we are now taking her down, and I hope with that she is actually going for peace with us, because it's getting a bit too annoying there now. Let's take it down. I think she only has about 2 cannons here, but we should not get fooled by that. There is still something else lurking around. This one is down. Let's get this ship here out of it. Perhaps it's still possible. When we look around it, there we have, she's got quite a huge harbor area in the Com Prefecture, right? She's got another big harbor artillery here. There is another one, and there's another cannon. So even after taking the harbor area, we'll still need to go for the other side and take down those defenses there. Campion, the heavy warship now, has actually managed to escape there on time. It's going to... Actually, it might just go back in there, because I think by then we will have destroyed this defense here as well. So it's all about that one there, which is now collapsing anytime. Perfect. And now we just go back to the other side and also destroy these cannons here. This is what we need. We need to be careful there, but the range, to just look at the range of this cannon, it's insane how big it is, but we should be fine on that, because it's only really one. Anything else, there's nothing else coming in. We can just send this one in here so that it gets rid of all the other buildings in its vicinity. And this ship here now is actually going towards this one, this harbor defense. And as we can see, it's already shooting at the ships coming in there. And this is just looking unreal, to be honest. The city with the ships in the background then. And seeing that this island is... Oh, it might actually be already on the edge of the map, so my ships cannot actually go around it. Or what is happening here? Did we... We actually took it. Just like that, we took the Com Prefecture. The morale was crumbling anyway. This is a bit too surprising. Well, but I guess it's fine, even though I'm a bit surprised by it. Let's take the flotsam that we have there in the ocean. Let's also have a look at the items. And yes, we also got a good war loot here. So we got the polar bear and the prickly sea devil there with another 50,000. And thus have destroyed another big island from Princess Ching. Oh, there's a lot of stuff actually in the background. Let's just send my looters over there. They will have to take care of this. Meanwhile, what we also have now is here the Royal Galleon, the Cuttlefish. I just love these names. The Cuttlefish is at Eli, and we can sell some animals here and also some books. I don't know what they're doing with the animals at the prison, but I have a very good feeling what they're doing with the gorilla there. No idea. Let's sell it. 145,000 credits coming in as of this moment. This is just what we need as well. And let's get this Royal Galleon there right back into Sleepy Hollow, where we're going to need it. There's still this one battleship roaming around, this very powerful one. There it is, actually far away now from my area, but still, I don't want to see you again in my area anytime soon. Right, and I'm just so happy we took this one. It's also saving us some, or buying us some time again for with the selling of what we can do here, right? Let's just have a look at Princess Ching there at the same time. She's still having the upper hand there with the military, so she's still not going to go at ceasefire with us as long as her military score is so high. That's because her other islands, primarily her main island, look at this one, what the defense here is, and especially in the New World, she's really set up there with the harbor defenses. So let's just have a look at what the loot is. Here we do have some saltpeter. That is not worth so much, so let's throw it overboard again. We are kind of picky in this regard. There we also have something here. There's more saltpeter. Now I know what she's going to do with all of that. Getting the dynamite up. So, oh, brass. This is worth a lot though. And windows, very good. We can sell those things right away. There's even more brass now here in the ocean. And some beer. We might not need the beer, but we might just need what else she's got out there. Perhaps some more brass or some weapons or something like that. More windows, very good. Let's just go for that. Windows, I can keep that. Windows, brass, the saltpeter we can throw overboard again. And more beer. Back in Crown Falls, our city that is coming together there, bit by bit, I should say. Another cool thing is happening now, thanks to our additional oil delivery that we made in the new world. We now have, well, quite a lot of oil here in the city of Crown Falls. We're actually capped on the oil, so I can, well, upgrade my oil harbor there even more, just a few more times there, as we can see. So it's going up, and we can use all this beautiful juicy oil now for some electricity, for some power plants that we can have here. Another oil tanker is waiting already for our next oil production then, but for now this is fine, and I would like to use this now on some of my industry, right? We do have some power plants already, notably this one here that we can now connect. We should connect this one, or we could also connect the one up here that we have there between my goulash factories and also my artisanal kitchens. So in this regard, we might make it actually in this area for more oil. And don't forget that also our engineers want the oil. So there we have a slot for it then available for them as well. Yes, it's about high time now that we do something about our money. At the moment, at this rate, we would be bankrupt in, I think, about 10 minutes. In that regard, I need to sell stuff. First of all, we do have a lot of steam motors, right? We have a lot of them that I can sell. Also some brass. Let's sell all of that right now here at Nate. I'm also going to send a big soap trader to Eli there once again with from Crown Falls, because we are full on the soap here. But it's just war against two very hard AI opponents is really bleeding us, and I hope that we can go to peace with some of them at some point. Miss Hunt is actually not the biggest problem. It's still Jing, and I have no idea how she keeps that military score up there despite all of that. Despite losing so many islands now, she's still stronger than us military wise. And I just can't keep up with that. First of all, what we can do for the money is we could build a bank here, but a bank just costs too much. So I'm selling a lot of my goods that I have right now from Crown Falls to Old Nate. We're doing the same thing here now in the old world, where a big trade or a trade armada is coming in right now with lots of loot from Princess Jing. Also with some artifacts, so this buys us then a bit more time. And I'm hoping that the newspaper edition is coming out soon, so I can use some of my influence on some money propaganda, because boy, we do need it at this point. There is my fleet coming in. Let's just have a look how much money we can actually make of it. So there we got the windows and the brass. That's 50,000 on this part here. Let's just get all of them here to the center of Archie. You can go out. There is some more brass and windows coming in. So those are resources that I certainly don't need, because I've got my own production of that. That's another 50,000 coming in here. Very good. Yeah, that's only 5 windows. Who needs the 5 windows? There we have the artifacts. Right, so that was 200,000 then. In total, there we still have another 112,000 credits now with this one. Very good. So this purchases or buys us some time that we can now use to fix our other stuff. My main fleet here, let's send them into this area. And by the way, isn't it amazing? This island that we just captured, it has the fur abundance on it. So we might actually have some hunting cabins here, and fur, bye-bye, fur shortage, right? So this is no longer a problem then at all. We also used we lost one of our fur traders there as well, thanks to this island there. So yeah, my ships know what to do. It's no longer diplomacy time here, also against Miss Hunt. I was actually getting easy on her, or making it easy on her, because she was under a lot of pressure from Princess Jing, but those times are over. Now at Nate, let's also have some optimization there in Crown Falls. Since we are capped on reinforced concrete anyway, let's actually put all our reinforced factories there to sleep for now, so they are not costing us any money anymore. And I'm pretty sure that we also have quite enough sewing machines at this point. So just for a few seconds there, just for a few seconds, I might actually be inclined to also put all of them here to sleep as well, to purchase us some time there. Now, there we have the quest from Old Nate. I'm not doing that as of this moment. Look at that. With the steam motors, we actually make 1.1 million credits, right? So hopefully this gives us a bit more time. It's looking pretty good though. So 1.1 million, and thus we finally have more than 1 million credits again, despite this catastrophic balance that we have to fight here at the moment. Next up, we have our fleet coming in, advancing right away into Miss Hunt's harbor, Widow Magna here. Destroying one of my ships was a big mistake, Miss Hunt, because now we just take the whole island, and here it's a very small island, though it only serves a strategic purpose entirely, so there is no real reason to build anything on this one here. So there we have that. And yes, pausing the factories costs me money as well, but it only costs me half of my money, so it doesn't cost me the full money in this case on this difficulty here. There is a cannon going down. We are going to lose one of our heavy warships there, but it's fine because we can just rebuild it real quick. We have the resources for that. There is another gun going down now here, and just actually do it. Let's build another heavy warship then out of here. The fire is gone, so Sleepy Hollow is actually looking fine now again. No big change. Let's just see. We still have the main harbor building, and that's it then. And this is not going to be any annoyance to us anymore for quite some time here. I might actually go at peace with Miss Hunt at some point, because I can't take it anymore. Where is the peace time? This is actually a city builder and we're fighting all the time. Let's take down this island here, Widow Magna. This ship actually made the mistake of following its orders with the trade route, because it's now in the middle of a fight and actually getting splash damage from the ship of the lines. And there we took it. Very good. Island conquered. And thus it belongs to us. And the cool thing about this is perhaps there is some interesting loot again. And yes, there is. Miss Hunt never disappoints with her items that we might sell. So we got the Telemans Tube, Soap Factory, Render Works, and Dynamite Factories work plus 50%. I'm actually not selling this one. It's far too good. So we can use it for our rendering and soap factory island that we have. To increase the productivity by a whopping 50%. This is just insane. 50% with the electricity on top of it gives us a 250% well, production bonus in general there. Then we got a lot of coal coming in. Let's just see what else we got then here from this island. Let's send all of them into the harbor area. Just fine. Meanwhile, we got a few more cargo ships coming out. Now I can use them to sell a few of my goods, which I'm going to need to. And there's more defectors that I'm going to decline right away. What's all happening here is the HMS Tube Worm is finally delivering the caoutchouc that we need so much in Crown Falls. So what we can do then is, well, we can do a lot of things. First of all, yep, she is once again, she only has this one battleship and it's just totally dominating the field. This ship here alone can take on 3 to 4 warships. It's insane, and I want it fast. Let's send my fleet up there to protect this one. And yeah, the caoutchouc is coming in now into Crown Falls. So what we can do now is two things. First of all, the brass finally, so the spectacle factories. And on the other hand, we can also now go for the bicycle production. Then for those, I will need my own my own tile again. And let's just have a look at that. There we have the spectacle factory, the glass and the brass we have now. Only needs some space actually. It doesn't need anything else, and it's also not reducing the attractiveness of the island, which is perfect for us. It's also not polluting anything. And on the other hand, we have the penny file things. Once again here, it requires electricity though, but it's also not polluting anything. So those two factories, well, let's just have them on this island here right in front of Crown Falls, where we have our other industrial islands then already. Now, the cargo ship San Juan has arrived here at Isabella too. So in that case here, we can sell even more artifacts for another 88,000 on the balance there. So we are still getting up there. We're actually getting richer the poorer we get. That's amazing. I like this feature a lot. Now, the San Juan we can use back, and we are sending it back to Playa del Carmen right away because it might serve as another purpose then here soon. And plus, I also want to get it into safe harbors once again, into safe waters there once again, while we're out here. We also got a nice little defense now here in Rio Grande, something that I was building up there, but I was waiting on the influence. So this island here also cannot be taken this easily anymore, right? And then we might actually just not care about it anymore at all. And what is actually going on here? Is there some meeting? Is there something for free here? Or why is Hugo Mercier collecting all his ships there in one place? Now it's back to business time once again. We already have our train network laid out here, right? So it's actually passing conveniently through this island here. And don't forget, we have a lot of oil now ready as well. So this is almost, yeah, it was capped until I upgraded it. So there's a lot of oil now in Crown Falls that we can use, and that makes it actually possible for us to afford another electrical power plant and up there for the bicycles and the spectacle factory. And those are two productions that we're going to need forever. So we're going to need them for a very long time because the investors want spectacles and bicycles as well. So this means that here, in this regard, with the power plant, we're going to need all the space and also all the optimization. Thank the gods, we have the newspaper edition once again back up there. So let's just go for some propaganda, not too much though, of course. I'm also giving them a minor happiness boost there. So be glad you still live and your family's in danger. Pay your dues and save your loved ones from a terrible fate. Another 15% increase there. And this should really push us again. Yes, we finally do have plus 16,000 again on the balance. This is just what we want, and also a bit of happiness once again there. And we still have enough influence left for some cargo ships. Our fleet is pretty much complete at this point anyway. Now, about the factory district, I'm still thinking about a proper location. Down here, I don't like it, because it's just not enough space. Here around the oil might make a lot of sense to me. So there we can cover the oil, kind of like the oil wells. Or up here, we do have a beautiful space where we could also have another little industrial district. So this whole block here would be industry. Actually, that is pretty fine. So let's just do our industry up here as well. But I'm rather picky about that. Now, back up here, what we still want to do before we build that industry district is getting more oil to Crown Falls. We're already getting oil now here from Playa del Carmen too, if you remember. And let's just have a look at that real quick again, because it's just looking so fine. I mean, here in Playa del Carmen, in this beautiful island there, there's the train coming in. The locomotive driver is getting pushed by a few Gs every turn, which I guess he likes a lot. He should be looking rather squishy by now, but still is fine. So we're getting all that oil coming in here, and this is then being transported to Crown Falls. And just like we did it here, I would like to do it now up here as well. In Dowry, we can actually use two oil patches, right? So in Playa del Carmen, we have this one here, and in Dowry, we can use it up here. And we also have another one down here with another 3 springs. So, or 4 springs. It's 4 springs actually. We have the resources for it. So let's just build our first oil refinery in this area. Let's get rid of that road here now. So this was just a placeholder. And as we can see, yep, pretty much perfect. We can take all of the oil springs here into one account. Very good. And on the other side, we have those 4 here. Even though they're pretty far away, I can still squeeze in all 4 of them into one oil refinery. And let's also push it a bit more to the outside there, because I might be building then something else here still, right? This is that. The only thing we now need is a small oil harbor then here in the harbor area in Dowry. So we're just going to have it, yep, pretty much close here. There's not going to be any city on this island anyway, so I don't need to care about that. Let's also get rid once again of all that street here. So much street, I don't need that. And of this one. And then all we need to do is here, whoops, of course we certainly don't want to build it like that, but rather like that. Squeezing all of it in, and let's build the road, or the tracks as it is. Once again in this case here.
Ship constructed.
And what I'm being interrupted again, of course, because Ching is once again attacking my flank here in Crown Falls. She's not going to be able to take this town by just attacking this one here, but it's still pretty annoying. So once again, I have to send my ships up here just on time. Let's also because I rather played the safe route. Let's build a few more heavy warships now coming out here then as well. And let's just check it real quick. How much do I need for battleship? I actually need Mercia's lighthouse with the mod, so it's not that easy to build. And I do need, no, the engineers I have, but I do need the lighthouse. For the other thing, we do need the advanced weaponry. This is a production that I can now afford as well. So previously I was not able to afford it. Now we can afford it. That is a good thing. Now let's just really quickly finish the tracks here that we still have going out here. Before I go for some retaliation once again. I mean, she still hasn't learned it. She still hasn't learned it. She still wants to lose another island, I guess. No idea what is really going on here. Or if it's a bet on her part. And let's just make this a bit more better looking. This is one, and the other one is actually coming down from here. Let's get all the way to the other side. Right into this area there. Right? Crown Falls is under attack for the first time. This is pretty cool. I didn't even know that this was possible, that there is a morale actually happening here. So this is of course because they're actually damaging my depots here at the moment, but it's not a real big deal because the harbor area itself is still intact, of course. But of course I should still look out. My warships are coming. Is it actually the only warships that I have? I still have two more looking around over here. I will also need a defense there, of course, but let's send all of that in. We want to destroy this ship here as quickly as possible because it seems to be very hard for her to rebuild that. Now, in Dowry, we have the next small oil harbor up and running. And we have destroyed what? Another ship of her. Fine by me. Now it's good to see some action there once again. So this battleship here is now taking some heavy damage from my ships and will be hopefully going down in the process. Unfortunately, I don't think so. She's way too lucky in this regard here, but yeah, it's going to take a lot of hits. It's still attacking. My fisherman seems to be more important than its own survival. No idea about that. Also, my other two ships are just about to come in there. Just fine to take the final blow on that. What we also finished now is another cargo ship. I'm going to need this cargo ship for what? Well, basically to build up some defense out here in 4 blossoms as well, where we don't have any defense right now, and we know how powerful one of these is. And I just want to see it go down now, please. She's not even attacking my ships here. She's really just destroying the fishermen. That's her utmost priority. But I tell you what, this is not going to survive after all. Now she starts attacking a bit late there, and boom! In a big explosion, that ship is going down and is no more. That was a pretty big blow for her, because those ships are really expensive. But I guess the cheating one that she is, not going to be so easy. But still, might be coming back again. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it yet while I'm chasing down the next monitor, we are at above 30,000 on the balance income right now, and that is even before the bicycles and the spectacles are coming in now. So finally it's all paying off. In this regard here now, let's just check our goods there real quick. I think some of them are recovering now. The swing machines are going up there steeply now. The coffee is looking good too. For the fur coats, we still lack the fur and the rum. Now, the rum is still out again. Let's just check the rum there. We have 4 freaking ships on this trade route, and what is happening? None of them are at the moment in Crown Falls. What I'm going to do is I should have another cargo ship here in Crown Falls, the Red Tide, that I'm going to add. So we have 5 ships now on this trade route. Let's just check real quick.
Ship under attack.
Where are those guys? They must be slacking like crazy somewhere where I don't see it. There is rum. There is rum. They're actually just behind each other. This is absolutely not working out. And the fourth one, the 4th ship should be... There it is. Right, they're all together. I have no idea how that is even possible. But they're all here together, those rum traders there. This is why I have such a huge rum problem. I'm going to collect all of them here, and I'm going to send them out then in an interval of about 5 minutes. And that's, of course, something I'm doing outside of recording.